Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for your nice words and in detailed description for the textile and garment sector. Now I would like to introduce my colleague, Mr. Matthias Krete, who is basically the Secretary General of International Apparel Federation and would mainly conduct today's program. So I invite Mr. Matthias to please.
Thank you very much. Before I start, I would like to thank Mr. Kokar as my board member of IAF for his vision and his drive and his energy. And we say at IAF, we build bridges across continents, and at this moment, PRGMEA is helping to give IAF wings. And with those wings, I'm sure we can give back a lot of value to PRGMEA. I am honored, and it's a pleasure to be able to guide you now through this official inauguration of the opening of PRGMEA House and the opening of the IAF regional office in Pakistan. And we'll have some more speeches, and it's my pleasure to introduce an address by Mr. Majid Raza Bhutta, President of the Sialkot Chamber of Commerce.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you very much, Secretary General. I'm pleased to be part of this event. Well, I should say it's a historical event. And thanks, PRGMEA, for arranging today's ceremony. On behalf of the business community of Sialkot, I wish to welcome our distinguished guest, Mr. Han Bike, the President, International Apparel Federation, Her Excellency, our distinguished Brecken, thank you very much to be here, the Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands, the Honorable Haji Akram Insari, Minister of State for Commerce and Textile, and also the Mr. Kasseri Sheikh, the Chairman of Finance Committee, the Parliamentary Committee. He also joined us on my special request. I actually called him yesterday and I requested him, not only to him, also to Mr. Mia Abdul Manan Sahab and also Mr. Rashid Godel. Sir, I also thank you very much. Yesterday I just called them and I asked them to join us on this occasion. And also my uncle, mashallah, Vatsab. And he is really my uncle. So thank you very much to be here. I wish to mention with praise that Pakistan Ready-Made Garment Manufacturer and Exporter Association is one of the most important trade bodies of Pakistan, striving for excellence in textile industry. Since its inception to promote export of the sector in Sialkot, PRGMEA has played an important role in developing the industrial framework of textile-based business. Here I would like to acknowledge the services of Mr. Ijaz Kokar, who has always been a source of inspiration to others and especially to me. Mr. Ijaz, thank you very much. Moving ahead, I'm sure that the Pakistan Ready-Made Garments Manufacturer and Exporter Association and the International Apparel Federation would further synergize effort to enhance the capacity of apparel and hosiery industry of Sialkot. With this mutual cooperation and initiatives, I'm sure the IAF and PRGMEA are full support from Sialkot Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and we may cooperate in matter of mutual interest. It is also pleasing to note that Sialkot Chapter of International Apparel Federation is being opened with the collaboration of PRGMEA. I think this is a big news for Sialkot. Thank you very much. This would be an outstanding opportunity for all the industrialists of Sialkot involved in textile business to get themselves recognized at international level and to further grow under the umbrella of IAF, International Apparel Federation. Availing this opportunity, I would like to give a brief about industrial city of Sialkot to the honorable guest. The Sialkot city, the city is earning about $2 billion annually through its export in various sectors. When we say it's a $2 billion export, maybe it looks not very big figure to my guests. But the one thing I have to clear, that the $2 billion is a real value addition export, which has a lot of importance in Pakistan. And in a various sector, ranging from sports goods, surgical instrument, leather product, gloves of all sort, textile item, sportswear, martial art uniform, accessories, musical instrument, military and police uniform, accessories, outfitter, badges, kitchenware, hollowware to knives and cutlery items, and many other items. I may also share that the Sialkot business community, beside exceptional achievement in business, has played a model role towards the social sector. In this regard, business community of Sialkot has initiated projects on self-help basis, like Sialkot Dry Port Trust, Sialkot International Airport, and the country's second export processing zone, Sports Industry Development Center, Sialkot Tannery Zone, which is under process, and I think it will be ready in 2019. So in this tannery zone, our whole, the leather industry, especially who is involved in a wet process, that will move to tannery zone. It's an environmental issue. We are now launching the project of AirSeal, which is our very new project in a private sector. Sialkot has achieved so much in its industrial history, yet strives for more to become a center of excellence and a role model for the world to follow. Today, I believe we can move ahead with the same vision and welcome the International Apparel Federation for its cooperation with the business community of Sialkot. I firmly believe that together, Sialkot Chamber of Commerce, International Apparel Federation, and PRGMEA can truly exploit the potential of sportswear, martial art, and the fashion industry. We have already made our mark with the famed international brands, and we can accomplish much more with support of esteemed organizations like International Apparel Federation and visionary direction of Mr. Han Beke. I would once again like to thank distinguished guests for visiting Sialkot and the leadership of PRGMEA for arranging today's event. Thank you very much, gentlemen. Thank you.
Now I would like to call Mr. Kaisar Ahmed Chair, Member Parliament and Member Chairman Finance Committee. Please, sir.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Honorable Mr. Han Beke, President, International Apparel Federation, Her Excellency, R.D. Steos Bracken, Ambassador of the Kingdom of Netherlands, Haji Akram Ansari Saab, Minister of State for Commerce and Textile, Chairman, Government Association, President of Sialkot Chamber of Commerce Industry, Mr. Bhutta, my colleagues, Mia Manan and Mr. Rashid Godial, Honorable ladies and gentlemen. I am really very glad to visit Sialkot. I have not many times visited Sialkot. This may be second or third time in my life that I visited this city. This is really, I'm very glad, very pleased that this city has established and they have maintained themselves as one of the main export center in Pakistan. And for the business, most of the business people in Sialkot, I know them, and they are very well-known business people. They have a good reputation, and they maintain good rapport with the international business people. And today, I think this inaugural and occasion of this joint venture, our opening ceremony, is one of the very well organized function here. I, being chairman of the Finance Committee of National Assembly, I am very glad that your president of Sialkot Chamber have always been very active. And whenever there have been problems to the business people, he mentioned with courage, with his open mind, and we try to resolve those matters. And Sialkot definitely has a potential. There's already you have achieved a lot, but as you know very well, our exports have not increased such numbers which should have been. And Sialkot being one of the centers, particularly for garments and leather and some, particularly they mentioned about sports garments. So I feel that whatever are the obstacles or whatever are the problems, we are here. We are having our meeting of Finance Committee tomorrow, and about 10 members of the National Assembly will be joining us tomorrow. And it's a unique occasion. We feel it has not been so often that we arrange a meeting of a Finance Committee in the city of Sialkot. And I feel that you should let us know whatever are the problems, because our committee consists of members from all parties of the parliament. They are from Pakistan Muslim League, they are from PTI, they are from People Party, they are from MKM. So all members, and very renowned members of all parties, consist 21 members of our Finance Committee. Recently, 4 members of this committee have been inducted as federal ministers. So it is our pleasure that this committee, which consisted only 10 members from treasury benches, out of those 10 members, 4 members have been already. Mr. Ishaq Dar was ex officio member of our committee, and new 4 members have joined the federal cabinet. And it's really our pleasure that this committee have got this distinction. So I request all leading businessmen that whatever are the problems, let us know. We will try to resolve those matters, and we'll find solutions, of course, with interaction between yourself and the business people of Sialkot. We have great value for you, and I'm once again, I thank you to invite me, and we are here to sort out those matters, and we will try our best to find solutions of the problems. We know there are obstacles, there are problems of refunds, there are problems of audit, and there are various other problems being faced by the business community. But please let us know openly, and tomorrow in the meeting you are invited from my side, on behalf of members of my committee, to please attend the meeting, anyone who wants to attend the meeting, and let us know so that we try to sort out those matters. So nice of you. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Mr. Mia Abdul Mandan Sahab, Member Parliament and Member Finance Committee.
First of all, I am thankful to your organization and the Sialkot Chamber of Commerce. We are here to attend the Standing Committee meeting on Standing Committee on Finance and Revenue, and all the participants, including our ambassador from Netherlands, His Majesty Mr. Brinken, and Mr. Hanbeck Barke, President International Apparel Association, and my brother, my colleague, my city fellow, Haji Muhammad Akram Ansari, Minister, State Minister for Commerce and Textiles. And all of you, I am here and I am glad to listen that here are around about 20 ex-presidents and all the association presidents are sitting here. So there is a better opportunity to have a good interaction with all the business community and export goods like surgical, sports and apparels and leather garments. I have nothing to say, but my concern is one of the great problem of our exporters, rebates problem. So we are working hard to cut short the time period which is long awaited rebates which we paid to the exporter. And secondly, the FPR coercive measures to get tax, to deduct tax from their bank accounts, it is not acceptable. Although I am from Treasury benches and from Pakistan Muslim League, but basically we are the representatives of the traders and we have to have good interaction and to solve your problems of the traders and exporters. So these two things will be discussed tomorrow, and we have strong stance on all these problems which are facing by the exporters and trader community and the industrial community. Thanks to Sialkot. And lastly, I will tell you that I am from your neighbor district, from Wazirabad. I basically from Sodra, so we are of the same territory. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Mr. Rashid Goodale, Member Parliament and Member Finance and Public Accounts Committee, to share his comments. In fact, Goodales are holding very important Public Accounts Committee.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Thank you, PRGMEA. Thank you, Sialkot Chamber of Commerce. I welcome Mr. Han and Lady Ardi, and welcome Mr. Haji Kamansari and distinguished delegation and people of Sialkot and industrial Sialkot. It's a very honor for me and honor for Sialkot and an honor for Pakistan to sign an MOU between PRGMEA and international groups. And they're starting office, regional office in Sialkot. The great achievement for the Sialkot, great achievement for Pakistan. I always say in the parliament, Sialkot Pakistan ko kama ke deta hai, Pakistan se leta kuch nahi hai. Always say in parliament. So I am with the Sialkot all the time, although I belongs to Karachi Chamber of Commerce and Karachi, but always speak for the Sialkot because I love Sialkot. Sialkot people are very hardworking. They are earning foreign exchange for Pakistan. They are giving employment for the people of Pakistan. Love you, Sialkot. Great achievement. Thank you.
It is now my great pleasure to call to the microphone Her Excellency Mrs. Ardi Stoyelsbraken, the Ambassador of the Netherlands and my compatriot. Thank you.
Honorable guests, dear friends, and let me also say special welcome to the women in this room, as I have been surrounded by many men today. Assalamu alaikum. It's a great pleasure for me to be here, my very first time in Sialkot. Sialkot, I've learned, is home to a very dedicated, industrious and innovative business community. Sialkot, city of progressive people, is an appealing example of a self-sustaining model, and its contribution to Pakistan's economic growth and exports is commendable. Initiatives like the development of your own business infrastructure, the establishment of your very own Sialkot International Airport, the upcoming launch of CL Airlines, they are all examples and speak a lot of the potential of this city. The entrepreneurial spirit led also in 1984, so I was told, to the establishment of the Sialkot Dry Port Trust. The Sialkot Chamber of Commerce has been very instrumental for a conducive business climate of the city. The initiatives it has taken in the development of a commercial, industrial and economic activity in the region are highly commendable. Dear guests, the bilateral ties between the Netherlands and Pakistan have been solid and friendly ever since the creation of Pakistan. A Dutch embassy was opened in 1984 in Karachi. In the 60 years that followed, development cooperation took center stage in our relationship. The Dutch worked with Pakistan and the people of Pakistan on water, on education, on environment, and on good governance. We have achieved a lot together, and we're proud of that. 2011 was the beginning of a new phase in our relationship. From a one-way donorship to an increased focus on trade and business ties. As ambassador to Pakistan, I will continue on the trajectory that my predecessor started and put emphasis on strengthening trade and investment relations. Dear guests, I'm also honored to be here today to celebrate the opening of the International Apparel Federation's regional office in Pakistan, as well as the inauguration of the PRGMEA building. The IAF is the only worldwide business network for the international clothing industry. It has its headquarters in Zeist, the Netherlands. I'm happy IAF decided to open its first foreign office here in Pakistan. I have been informed this was the initiative of Mr. Ijaz Kokar, chairman of PRGMEA, and I would like to highly applaud him on this initiative. Of course, textile, being its main export product, is of utmost importance to Pakistan, and the diversity and quality of textile products being produced in Pakistan are outstanding. The Netherlands is one of the major buyers of Pakistani textile and garment products. We yearly import over 200 million euros worth of textiles from Pakistan. As a whole, the European Union imports 20% of Pakistani exports, and almost 3/4 of this export enters the EU quota and duty-free, thanks to the GSP Plus status. This status was granted to Pakistan in 2014. I am confident Pakistan will maintain this status as it is continuing its work on the effective implementation of 27 core international conventions on human and labor rights, environmental protection, and good governance. Dear guests, about 50 senior experts visit Pakistan every year to advise Pakistani entrepreneurs on improving their business operations. I really hope that Dutch-Pakistani cooperation that has been given a boost today will lead to even more trade in textiles between our countries. As mentioned earlier, Dutch, but also European buyers in general, are becoming more and more concerned with social and environmental standards. To create a long-term export relationship, Pakistani textile industries have to comply with these standards. Last year, a broad coalition of Dutch industry organizations, trade unions, civil society organizations, and the Dutch government signed an agreement on international responsible business conduct in the garment and textile sector. Parties to the agreement combined forces to address problems in the supply chain, such as dangerous working conditions and environmental pollution. They will identify risks in their supply chain and take steps to reduce or eliminate those risks. Almost 80 Pakistani factories are supplying to parties that have signed this treaty and will therefore be involved in those steps. The Netherlands is also very active in the so-called Buyers Forum, together with the International Finance Corporation and the International Labour Organization. This Buyers Forum is a platform for stakeholders in the textile sector in order to improve their cooperation towards the sustainable growth of the Pakistani textile sector. I was very pleased to learn earlier today, during my visit to the Sialkot Chamber of Commerce, that Sialkot already is in compliance with the relevant standards. I hope this shining example will inspire other exporters in Pakistan. In conclusion, I'm sure all of us here in the room share the same goal: increasing the Pakistani textile and garments export to the Netherlands and the EU. And this textile should be produced in a sustainable way, with respect for people and the planet. If we combine forces, I think we can make tremendous steps forward to this goal, and I'm looking forward to our collaboration. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the business community of Sialkot and Mr. Iyas Kokar in particular for your warm welcome. I look forward to working together to enhance the level of trade between our two resourceful countries to the mutual benefit of each. Thank you. Pakistan, Zindabad.